What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody out there having a good, blessed, and a safe day. Wanted to get on here and talk to y'all real quick, talk to y'all, rap to y'all for a little bit. So, my TNT training is coming up for prom. Those who don't know the TNT process, you get assigned a trainer and be with that trainer for 30,000 miles, traveling all over, dropping loads, picking up loads, everything in that nature. So I didn't meet him physically, but I did talk to him on the phone and everything. So right now he's doing home time. So after his home time, which is in like the next 2 days or so, he'll pick me up. We'll start to hit the road. How I feel about it? I'm nervous, I'm fearful, doubtful, intimidated, scared, all sorts of things. All those things I just said was negative thoughts. But it's not out the ordinary. That's how you're gonna feel when you've never been in a position that you haven't been in before. So I try to shift my way of thinking from that, because the reason I felt like that is because while I was in school at prom, I was hearing all types of stories. TNT is the most, which I'm not saying it's not true, but TNT is the most stressful thing you can go through. You're going to be gone for about 2.5 months, a month to 2.5 months. Trainers are nasty, their hygiene is terrible. Their attitudes is terrible. You living on their truck, so you got to do what they say, and they can kick you off the truck and everything. Everything I was hearing about TNT was just negative. So it had me like, do I even want to do TNT, bro? Like, I don't even know if that's something I want to do. I don't want to go through that. I'm a grown man. I ain't trying to, be arguing with another grown man over silly stuff and this and that, And I was thinking a lot, like, I don't know if I'm with this, but I'm already out here. Let me at least get my CDLs, pray about it, see what God wants me to do. And that's what I did. Now, here it is, have my CDLs, and nothing has really changed. So I'm going to do this TNT, and I've been watching, some YouTube, and one video I watched yesterday came across, and I'm gonna try to find some way to link it to the video. If not, put it in the description. And it shifted my whole thought process, because I realized that I was just focusing on the negative instead of focusing on the positive. What if my trainer is excellent? What if I have a great relationship with this trainer? What if everything works out? What if all the things that I said negative turned into positive? And of course, it's still probably going to be some negatives. I mean, you living with this person, by all means, it's not one person I live with that, sometimes I didn't bump heads with, here and there. So that's life, I guess, but still, overall, everything can be much better than what I was thinking at the time. So being with that, I was like, that's what's making me not want to do it, because I'm focusing too much on the negative and not thinking about the positive. So how can I shift my thoughts over to that positive? Well, the first thing is start thinking about the positive outcomes, what I did. So I was talking about a video that I had, saw on YouTube, and the title of it was, "Why Are You Never Satisfied?" or "Why Aren't You Happy?" and things of that nature. So he touched up on a couple topics that, I took into perspective. There you go, excuse me. So The first thing was uh, why we're unhappy is because we don't know what we want. So I took that into perspective, like, okay, so basically he said, how, so basically I thought to myself, okay, what do I want? What do I want to come out of this situation from me being a TNT? So a couple things I could think about off the top was just, great training. I want great training. My, backing up is one of the key things when, trucking. So I want great training. I want good knowledge of backing up. I want to be like damn near pro when I come out of TNT with the backing, because sometimes when I ride with like my mentor and everything, I see him doing it. I'm just like, yo, I would have never did it that way. Like I would have tried to do this and that and that. So, I want to be like I want to come out being like a pro in this TNT. I mean, in this backing up thing. I want to develop. I want more knowledge in the whole process. So when I do get out and be on the road by myself, I don't have as many questions, and I can, I'll feel confident. That's what I want. I want to feel confident when I get out here by myself doing the trucking. So that's what I want out of the situation. So I start thinking about things like that. And I meditate and pray on those things. And, I'm just continue to keep praying that it come back to me. So that was one of the things. Another thing he was saying was getting out your comfort zone. That was key to me because that's something I deal with a lot for years now. I have been, all my life basically, I have been content with being in my comfort zone. Always been content. And it's not good. It got me, it got me where I'm at. I don't think I'm that bad of a guy, but if I had started thinking like that, like getting out my comfort zone a lot back, I think I could be a lot further. And I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on that as well. So being in your comfort zone, it does what it do. It comforts you, right? So by me feeling this way about TNT, like, because I feel like anxious and I'm like scared and everything like that, I feel like that's me getting out my comfort zone. Because you think about it, me being the new driver, you're not really going to escape training. You can probably go a little bit easier and don't have to live with somebody out the truck. But if you think about it, if you want to get to the level that I'm trying to get at with this trucking, you're going to need all the training as possible. And that might not be the case for some people, but I feel like for me, I need all the training that's possible to get to where I want to be at with this trucking. Practice. That's what I need, practice. A lot of practice and a lot of training. So I try to think about having a good training, and this is like stepping out my comfort zone because it's something I never do. I'm used to going to a 9 to 5, doing the same thing. I've been with the company I was with for the past 9 years. So that was 9 years constantly doing the same thing, making me unhappy and unhappier. So it took me a while to even jump out there and quit my job. And for me to take this new journey going all the way out in Missouri, leaving my family and everything for about three weeks. That was leaving my comfort zone right there. So I try to reflect back on what I have already done. Me going out Missouri for 3 weeks, leaving my family to go pursue and get these CDLs, that was stepping out my comfort zone. So I look at TNT as also stepping out my comfort zone and getting that practice in. So just, anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, go for it. It make sure it's the right thing and pray on it and meditate on it. But if it makes you feel uncomfortable, do it. Because with my faith, and everything, I know I have Jesus right there on my side. So it's like whatever I go through, I pray on it. I ask, for his clarification. And if I go through it, whether it be dissatisfying or a failure, I know that he's by my side, and I stepped out my comfort zone. So I got that experience that I can give to the next person, or I got that experience for myself. Like, hey, I did it this way. I'm about to do it this way. So that leads into another thing that you talk. Ignoring that thing you want and going for the easier goal. So in my case, the easier goal for me would have been like, I don't want the training. I'm gonna go locally and get a little bit of training and not that much. I don't know. That's just what I felt. I feel like I could have took the easier road. I feel like this is harder for me. I feel like this is more challenging for me, and that's another thing too. You always want to challenge yourself. So the kind of person I am, like I said numerous of times, I don't do things like this as far as like going away from my family, this and that. But this is challenging for me, and I think it's just going to definitely bring me out my comfort zone and make me a stronger person mentally and everything like that. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Basically, man, just don't focus on the negative. Try to shift your way to more positive things. Like I was saying in the beginning, you focus on the negative. Even if you gotta write it down, write out that negative, but also write out that positive too. And erase the negatives, or start a new sheet and write out them positives, man, and just look over that each and every day, man, and meditate on it, pray on it, whatever you do that, bring that energy back to you, towards you. And don't let fear hold you back, because fear definitely will hold you back. Fear will definitely hold you back. And sometimes I sit back and I'm looking like, why I ain't been do this, like, and the reason I didn't is because I let fear hold me back. I always wanted to leave that job, but I never did because I didn't, I didn't know where my money was going to come from. I didn't think I could afford to just leave my job and have no money saved up and just leave my job and try to go through a whole new career path. I had people tell me like, yo, that's not going to work. They was like, what you going to do about money? And I said, I'm a man of faith. And somebody was like, well, I'm a man of faith too, but we living here. That just ain't make sense to me. I'm like, how you, like, I don't know. I felt like he was focusing on earthly things instead of really being a man of faith at that time. But who knows? But yeah, like I was saying, I ain't think, I could do that. My life changed within 2 months. So something I was thinking about since 2019, quitting my job. Something I was thinking about 2019 for 2 years, but I didn't do because I was fearful of not having money, not being able to provide for my family. I let all that hold me back for 2 years. And this being the year, I just took that leap of faith. I quit my job, still ain't had no money saved up. Luckily, some things did happen in the process of that, due to the grace of God. But I took that leap of faith, I quit my job, some things worked out, and I took that journey, man. I was like, you know what, I'm going out here, do what I need to do to get these CDLs, and things going to be better. And that's what happened, man. So, don't let that fear stop me, man. I don't regret not doing it sooner because I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like, God's timing is perfect. So I don't regret not doing it 2 years ago. But I also look at it as if I didn't do it because of fear, definitely. So, and I wasn't, praying about it as much and fasting about it because I just didn't see the situation changing at the time. So don't let fear distract you, man. Another thing he said in that video, fear is just, what's the acronym he said? Fear is false evidence appearing real. yeah, false evidence appearing real. So think on that, man. So yeah, with that being said, man, thank y'all for watching. Um, talk to me in the comments if you need to, email me or shoot me a text or something like that. Don't be afraid. I will reply back and everything. And yeah, man, I hope y'all be blessed. Take what I said into consideration. And I'll see y'all next video. I'm not sure how I'm gonna record in my TNT process. I guess I'll just have to adapt to that and see, but I'll try to update y'all as much as possible. So that being said, love y'all. I'm out.